welcome to Ep 2 of A Troubled Share. Thank you to everyone who got involved in Ep 1. We do know that early in bedding in a podcast, there may be people who've just skipped ahead and gone into Ep 2. This isn't Game of Thrones. You're not missing important lore. Welcome anyway. My name is Johnny Cochrane. I'm here with a deeply troubled individual. Her name is Twayna Mayne. How you doing, Twayna?
I'm fine, Johnny. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Since Ep 1, I just feel like really got control of my life. I'm lying to you, Twayna. I got troubles. And I know this is a pod that is built around us solving other people's troubles. But the reality is I've got my own troubles. You ready for it?
I'm ready. What's going on, Johnny?
No wind up on this one, straight in. It's housing. I'm trying to sell my house. And I've got involved in a property chain, which is the kind of thing that a masochist might get involved in just to, feel alive. Every time you think that it might be done for this life-changing event, someone else pops up. There are people who are re-emerging into the property chain, like background characters, like Dirty Den in EastEnders, returning. People, it's obscene. Like, I thought you were out the chain. Yeah.
How many people are in the chain, Johnny? How many people are in it?
It's now, I think, about 6 properties. I thought it was 4, and there's more people. So obviously 7 parties, which is a disgrace, and it's been going on for the majority of the year. So I'm hoping that this would get resolved this year, and we might be in a new house by Christmas. But we have to undertake the reality now that I might be living at the local bus station because things have gone wrong, and I've been left without a chair.
It sounds a bit like the story of the birth of Jesus. Didn't have a house over Christmas. Are you sort of saying that you are the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, but in Essex?
Yeah, not everyone's going to be able to make that connection, but that's why I've always wanted to work with you, because you can see it. Yeah, I am a messianic figure.
Well, your initials are JC.
I mean, you can draw your own conclusions after that, can't you? To be fair. And I eat fish. I eat loaves of bread, love the wine. Keep that coming. So, yeah, I'll just try walking on water and it might be there. But anything, any advice you might be able to give me to navigate this stressful period?
I don't know, Johnny. Be patient. But then it sounds like you've been patient for like nearly a year. Is there any chance that you can just do you really want the house that you're trying to buy? Like really, really, really? Can you just hold on and maybe start again in the new year on a potentially new property? I don't know.
I think so, but and shout out to anyone listening to this. If anyone else is having any property issues, get involved. We are open. We do source our own troubles, but if there are people listening to this that got troubles that want solving, we are guns for hire. I do love the property. Obviously, that's how I've got this far into it. But the reality is when you keep getting met with the same kind of thing, then you have to start considering your options. So we shall see. Basically.
I think it can fall apart on somebody else. It's not even on you. So even it's like, oh, let's not buy this anymore. That's on us. But it's like, actually, you might not be buying it because somebody 2 properties back can't get their own act together. So thoughts and prayers, Johnny.
Exactly. And I just think that if they're not going to make the adequate adjustments to the protocol of buying and selling properties, then you should open the aperture to extortion, to gangsters
bribery.
Yeah, you should be able to send someone round with a mallet and say we're going to take kneecaps if you don't sign that kind of thing.
Threats and violence.
I think that broadly speaking, it might improve the property industry in this country if more potential malicious woundings were involved. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. Trouble is solved.
That now, Johnny, and then 6 months' time when you're in court, it's
I know. Don't want to go back there, do we?
This is the evidence. Careful. Got to stay out of court, Johnny.
We're trying to, but listen, this is not about my troubles. It's time that we delve into a bit of altruism and we solve other people's problems. You ready for your first trouble today, Twayna Mayne?
I'm ready.
Let's jump in. Here we go. My my wife and I were enjoying a catch-up over a drink when out of nowhere they started telling me I'm different and special. Special is a good thing, isn't it? You know,
And
it's
different. Who wants to be the same?
with that. It's true, I've always felt different from my mates, so they've explained it. Good. We have a son who is diagnosed as autistic, and the more I think about it, the more I can see certain traits in myself. But I'm a bit upset it's taken up until I'm 34 for the childhood friend of my wife of 9 years to talk to me about this. That'll be the autism, mate. I'm angry that they might have been talking about this behind my back. They say it's nothing wrong and I'm unique, but it's still bothering me. Twayna, what are you making of this trouble?
It's not really a trouble, though, is it? Come on.
I don't think it's the trouble of being autistic. I think it's the trouble that
the trouble is that people have possibly been talking about him behind his back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I think they mean it in a nice way. Your best mate and your wife. I don't think they're being malicious. They just notice that you're just a bit quirky, and quirky's key in 2025.
So you're actually saying, well done.
Well done.
Autism's in
autism's in. Also,
well.
you looks like you might have self-diagnosed yourself, and that's not the best thing to do.
No, but if your son's autistic and you kind of think, oh, I think...
Yeah, but also you're always going to recognise your own traits in your own children because they're half of your children. They're your children. They're your biological... So you're sharing some traits anyway that may or may not be autistic.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's had a diagnosis and the doctor or professional says, you're autistic because of these characteristics, and you go, oh, they're all the bits that he got from me. Then possibly. You might say,
but they might be all the bits he's got from his wife, who's
maybe
a bit of a gossip.
I think the way that I would look at this is, in your head, talking to the guy now, you have an idea that your wife and your best mate go out for drinks and they're thinking about things they can talk about, and they go, oh, should we just bring out the classics, talk about Dave's autism again? Let's skip the weather and all of that stuff. It's probably not going like that. I think over the course of their lives together, they've both gone, he struggles with change. He's lining up
his peas and his chips on his plate.
Yeah, exactly. Dave's still got his Pokemon collection, that kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that I understand that there's a feeling that you're on the outside looking in, but the reality is you've got people that care about you. Yeah. There's a bit of that, but you've got people that care about you, and they're discussing something that probably is true by the sounds of it. And once you get your head around the potential diagnosis, then it isn't that bad that they're talking about it, is it? I think we've just cleared up our trouble there, haven't we?
I think we have, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll never thank us. Never thank us. Let's move on to our next trouble, shall we? Do you want to take this one, Twayna?
I'll take this one, Johnny. My best friend stopped talking to me after I said her boyfriend wasn't right for her. He wasn't and still isn't, but he was the one that dumped her. When I said that to her, they'd broken up. So technically, he was her ex at the time. How was I supposed to know that they'd get back together again? Oh, this is a classic, Johnny. What do you reckon?
Well, she's not the first person who started talking a little reckless. There are some people when, and I know, blokes, ladies, whatever, it's always the same. When you've got a friend who's in a relationship with a person that you're not a fan of, you're waiting like the start gun for when they break up, and you can unload and say, oh my God, what an appalling character that was. Oh dear, can you believe he does this? But
they're the world's worst person.
They're the world's worst person, but you always have to leave yourself an out.
Just wait. You've got to give yourself, it could be months, it could be years. Until that person's moved on with somebody else or just articulates, I'm done, then maybe until that happens, say nothing.
Exactly. You need, you need bodies in the ground before you can start really, firing in. photographic evidence,
Yeah.
they've moved on, next girlfriend, whatever else, and you can absolutely go ham. If you do it the day after you broke up, you always run the risk of 3 days later, yeah, we're actually back together. Oh,
I even think 3 days. I think you literally have to wait weeks and months with some people. If that person's still if they're still slightly dancing around each other and still talking a bit, like, leave it. Just let it go. Just be there when it all goes badly wrong, possibly a second or third time, but say nothing. Keep it to yourself.
These characters always hang around like a fart in a lift, and you never know when they're going to really strike and fuck your life up, because it makes you, and the reason why we're talking about this, it really jeopardizes the situation with your friend, because they want to hang out with you, but they also have this person who might not be right for them, but they're trying to make it work. And it makes everyone's social situation really awkward. So discretion is the best part of valor with this. Now, if the question overall is how do we proceed from here, you just have to bite your lip and roll forward and say, listen, my priority was you in the initial breakup, and I'm ride or die. I'm going to back you. But
also, your taste in men is poor, but we can get through this.
Yeah, exactly. Just basically being like, look, that maybe they've turned it around. Maybe their character is not irredeemable. But I just made a judgment based on the evidence in front of me.
Yeah, that you kept giving me.
And if you are such a good taste in characters, the reality is it won't last long with this guy anyway. He'll be out the back door, and then you can really unload. And everyone knows if they break up twice, you can go hell for leather. Just go ham, because if they get back together again, it's the friendship that's at risk because you question their judgment. It's that simple. Stop bringing him back. Again, go full-blown Wolford on him, Albert Square. Stop bringing that mug back round here. Go like that on him, and it will sort it out. I think we've sorted out another trouble there, Twayna. Let's just jump into this one. We are flying through this one. I got friendly with a guy I work with, and I'm beginning to like him, but I don't know if it's because I really want a relationship rather than this particular boy. I'm a girl of 16. I started working in a supermarket last summer. Sounds like the start to a pop song, doesn't it? Maybe not. The boy is 18, and I wasn't attracted to him at first. We were a bit like brother and sister. Just clarified it, you're not. Clarified it, you're not. Where in Norfolk was this supermarket? Norfolk. Got a big listener base up there, I'm sure. During our breaks, we spoke a lot. So colleagues started joking about us, flirting and being an item when we weren't. Now we're getting on better than ever. I'm not sure if I'm beginning to like him that way or not. Physically, he's not my type, but I'm confused and don't know what's causing that. Twayna, where are you going with this?
There's a lot going on here. She's got a guy that she likes. It's not kind of her type, but they get on. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. You're 16. You've got a whole life of this to come. It's a friendship. You can have a bit of a flirt. You sound like you could be siblings, but you're not. I don't know. It's a lot, Johnny. I don't really know where this is going. She in love or not in love? I don't know. She likes the attention. She doesn't like the attention from somebody that she's not attracted to. I don't know what she wants. What does she want, Johnny? Help?
That's why she's written into this podcast. That's how it works. She wants a bit of assistance. Let's go at this point. So first of all, we know what it's like. Relationships when you're in your teenage years, they feel like they're going to last forever, but they'll last
the summer. They last the season.
Less time than you wear a plaster over a scab. It's going to be off before you know it. Now, what I would say is that your taste in whoever you're attracted to, boys, girls, whatever, it does change as you start to realise that you maybe had an idyllic image of what you found attractive. In my school, and I might be showing my age, people used to like Nick Carter out of the Backstreet Boys or Aaron Carter, blonde curtains, basically. And little side note, I used to pine for them. They wouldn't really go with my hairstyle, but, I used to think, Johnny C, blonde curtains, I'd be clearing up. But all of a sudden, people got older and realised that Nick Carter's of this world and people that look like him were playing fast and loose with people's hearts.
And they really were as well.
What they needed was someone who looked like Greg Wallace. Someone who looked like Greg Wallace, who had a better relationship with his own trousers at work, wasn't taking them down all the time. And so suddenly you're not trying to find a Nick Carter. You're happy with a Greg Wallace with a good heart. So
Johnny, can we have a Greg Wallace disclaimer for this podcast? I feel events over the summer, we don't want to tarnish our own early reputation by entering Greg Wallace into the chat. just saying, Johnny, we want to get to episode 3, yeah? That's what we want. We're on episode 2 and you're bringing in the wrong ones. Come on.
Only his aesthetics, not his relationship with trousers at work. We're not making commentary on that. Cool. It's just, a big egg-headed man with glasses. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, do you get where I'm coming from on that? Your taste in love interest will change as you start to prioritise personalities, other characteristics outside of looks.
This is probably the start of something new, like a new experience, and she's just trying to work out what that is. Just go with it. Would be my advice. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and this is your first tiddler.
And they work in a supermarket,
yeah.
So that might, that first initial in might happen in front of the fishmongers in there. You know what I mean? Stinking of cockles, and it's just like, do you fancy going for a drink? Do it there. Do it on an aisle. Exactly. Do it on aisle 17. Go down the wine aisle and open a bottle and just.
Johnny, she's only 16. Let's not.
Well done. You're worried about us, incriminating ourselves with Greg Wallace. I'm trying to get 16-year-olds to drink. No.
I'm trying to keep us above board. Do you know what I mean?
Let him have a beer and you can have a slur, okay? Yeah. And we'll see where it goes from there. I think we've sorted that trouble out as well.
Yeah.
Literally settle into it. He might be a good guy. And the reality is your relationship's probably going to last about 2 weeks at that age anyway. So the experience will be worth it. Moving on.
I thought I'd met the perfect man, but it turns out we might not be right for each other after all. His family supports Spurs and mine Arsenal. Can and should we try and make it work? Johnny, I'm going to leave this one to you. What do you reckon?
Well, as you know about me, I'm a big Arsenal fan.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
And yeah, we're both Arsenal fans. And we know that there are wrong-uns out there, Tottenham fans. They get everywhere. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. They've even infiltrated my family.
Oh my gosh, Johnny, are you going to tell me something that
harrowing? But I've got 2 brothers, and they both support Tottenham. Yeah, and it made growing up difficult. Okay, constantly trying to find out your place in the world, trying to find out your place in the bedroom.
Often top of the league, really. Often top of the league for you, Johnny. Then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We dealt with it better.
Yeah.
And when you have a footballing rivalry like this, it always means, or at least there's a chance that it can bleed into your social relationship when you've beaten them on Derby Day and then you have a row. Oh, completely unconnected. No, it's not. All I would say is you need to find ways of best practice where you can both respect your heritage, footballing heritage, and still love each other. But this is not something I would undertake lightly. Yeah. What do you think, Twayna?
Well, it's a bit like Catholics and Protestants, isn't it? I think some people have
exactly like that.
It's exactly like that. I think it can work, but I think mediation's important, like you said. I don't know. Is it worth the hassle? Because it's Spurs after all, isn't it?
You do have to ask yourself that. Are they worth it? And I mean,
worth it.
Let's put it a different way. Let's flesh out that thought. What would a person need to be doing at that point to make you want to proceed? Because a fling's, look, you're just having a bit of fun. Great, enjoy yourself. That's what we're here for on this planet. But at some point, things start getting a bit more serious. and you're like, I'm gonna have to introduce this
Yeah.
absolute,
Wrong and
loser.
reprobate.
Yeah, this loser to my family, the people I
Yeah.
love the most. So
And they're going to judge you as well, though, isn't it? You're going to get judged. They're like, where's your integrity? Where's your judge of character? It looks bad on you. I don't
it
know.
reflects extremely poorly. And, they say the heart wants what the heart wants, but sometimes the heart needs to, start getting strangled
The
and
heart needs a
wrestled.
shock.
Yeah.
Started.
You need to start telling them, listen, what are you doing, heart? Do you not respect North London rivalries?
Yeah.
And I just think that every other aspect, so this is my overall advice coming out of this for this trouble. Every other aspect of that person's life, of that man's life, you need to know is buttoned up. Okay.
Yeah.
They better be good with animals, great with their mum and dad, grandparents, good with children, and you've got to have that fleshed out. If you're going to let this pass, good music.
Yeah.
Can't be wheeling out at one point. Oh, yeah, I'm a massive country music fan. Do you know what? I was going to let the North London Derby pass us by, but no, I'm not out here just bopping to Dolly Bottom. You're done.
This has got to be the worst thing of everything else. You're like, this is the one allowance in this whole person that I'll make. If this is the sort of, you think this is the best thing that you're bringing to the table, it's a massive failure. It's a massive failure.
It has to be rock bottom.
Yeah.
It has to be rock bottom. So as long as take that advice with you and go forth.
But also just know that there's loads of Arsenal fans out there who probably love you just as much, maybe even more.
Yeah. And do you know one final thing on that? It's like, obviously you probably won't do football directly together if you're, rivals, but also it's nice to have some things that you do apart. You don't want I'm not sure I would necessarily want a wild Arsenal fanatic as my wife. My wife likes, she doesn't even care, to be honest, but she'd say she liked Arsenal, but she didn't care. But it's my thing. So maybe having separate interests on that factor could actually help. But there we go. I think we've buttoned that one up as well. Let's move on to the next trouble. Worrying about the whereabouts of my cat is keeping me up at night, as I often go outside to search for her. I know it's ridiculous, and I'm not being rational, but I am terrified she'll get run over. I've always lived with anxiety, but unless my cat is at home, it's now stopping me from sleeping. My mother died last year, then I lost my job. I'm a woman of 42.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Wham, bam, bam. Yeah, that's a sentence. It kept getting worse. I know that this is the way life is, with its ups and downs, but I can't stop worrying about everything. After Mum passed away, my brother and I argued over the funeral arrangements. He's not been to see me since. I can't shift this horrid feeling and can't relax until my cat is home. It's the cat. Where's the cat come from after this again? She's got a tracker on her collar, but it doesn't help. I go into panic mode. I can't bear the thought of losing her. Twayna, do you want to go at this first?
Well, I'm glad this person's got in contact, Johnny. It sounds like there's a lot of problems, a lot of troubles here. First things first. Sorry for the loss of her mother. I think that's important, and also the loss of the job as well. That's probably hit her hard as well. No job, recently buried her mum. But also this cat. Come on, like your cat's got a tracker on it. It's all right. Let the cat be a cat. It's all right. And the cat, I don't want to pour more sort of oil on the fire, if that's the right whatever I'm looking for. It's the cat's not going to be around forever. Not that I say, I'm saying just don't worry. But it's just like the cat's not going to be around forever, and so you're going to have to learn to live without the cat at some point, and just stop stressing.
I like that, Twayna. I do think that is. It might be more fuel on the fire, which I think he was going for, but
what did I say? Oil on the fire.
Oil on the fire. She's making up idioms as she goes along. She don't care. Oil would make it worse, that's for sure. But as you said, I mean, this person drops a bomb on us midway
Yeah.
through it, start talking about your cat. My mother died last year, then I lost my
Yeah.
job. Wham bam, and I'm a woman of 42.
Maybe it's all about
Okay.
it. Maybe it's all about the mum and then like maybe it's about the loss of your parent, which is major, and then you just feel like your life that's all being compounded by the loss of your job. So you're just feeling really without
a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, everything just feels up in the air, and now because you seem to have just transferred all your feelings onto your cat, that seems
It's
to now
protection.
represent all your anxiety, and then you're falling out with your brother, and it's just like, actually, it's about your mum, and maybe you should go and see someone about the loss of your mum.
Yeah, it's projection, isn't it?
And maybe getting another cat to replace the cat that's probably eventually going to die, and so just get another cat to run in tandem.
She doesn't seem to be dealing well with the cat that she has, Twayna. So getting another cat is not necessarily the advice.
So that you can just shift some of your emotions to a new cat. That's what I'm thinking.
You're still peddling the notion that a cat's going to die soon. I mean,
I'm just worried that if it does die soon or doesn't come back, it's just going to be what tips her over the edge.
Well, I'm going to throw out something else into this situation, okay? Because I do think, you got to the source of it, but there's projection here based on some harrowing events. But the reality is cats are not fucking loyal. I hate to break it to you. You've put a collar on it to track it. But guess what that cat's doing? He might be rolling into your next door neighbours getting fed, getting his tummy tickled, having nights next to the fireplace, and you're in there in panic mode, running out in the street, and your next door neighbour's thinking, what's her problem? She's lost it again. She's out in her nightie. And this cat's there going, oh, honestly, that's why I don't go back there anymore. These cats, she's too needy. These cats, I've said it before, they're like the fuck boys of the animal kingdom, okay?
But cats, do you know what? Listen, I think I respect the cats. They've got boundaries. They know what they're doing. I like dogs, but dogs are too needy. She needs a dog, basically. You can't expect a cat to behave like a dog because it's a cat. But listen, cats know what they want, and so they'll just go and find it. The cat will be back when it's ready. Chill out, missus. Calm down. Also, sorry for the loss of your mum.
Yeah, always end it with that. That's like an email signature right now. Sorry for the loss of your mum and that you lost your job. But no, you've got to get to grips. You can't project onto this cat. They're not loyal. They will continue gallivanting out. And maybe you do need a dog. But at the end of the day, it sounds like you're quite repressive of the cat. If it's already got a collar, if he's not coming back, he's probably telling you something. Chill out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And I dare say it's
also got a tracker. It's also got a tracker on the collar. So you can sit there, literally, you could lie in bed. You don't even have to go outside. You could lie in bed and look on your phone and see where your cat is. The cat is down the other end of the neighbour's garden under the shed. I'm going to sleep.
This is it. And I think, get the app next to Find My iPhone. Yeah, find my Tibbles. You know what I mean?
Find
even then, I don't know how you would do it, but I'm just thinking like the technology in a Ring doorbell. Like maybe you could just stick a Ring doorbell on your cat's collar, and then when it starts moving around, you're just like, oh yeah, there he is. Do you know what I mean? And you can even speak in those ones.
Yeah.
So like, just stick a Ring doorbell on his collar, and then you could be like, "Come back home, come back home." And it would. I'm missing you.
Come on.
and I'm sure he'll catch a rat and bring it to your front door in no time. I think that's it. I think that's the solution. We just stick a Ring doorbell on your cat's collar, and you'll look slightly less crazy than running out in your nightie every night, screaming at the top of your lungs, "Where's Benson? Why is he not coming home?" But that's it. Let's move on to our final trouble of the pod, of the episode. Twayna, here we go. Do you want to do this one?
Sorry. There is a young woman who catches the train every day from the station where I am the guard, and I'm longing to ask her out. She looks about 25 and is so pretty. I'm 23 and was immediately drawn to her. I make a point of saying good morning as she passes through the station. She always gives me such a warm smile in return. I've worked at the station since I finished my apprenticeship. The lads from the station tell me I should invite her for a drink, but I'm worried that if she doesn't like me, she'll think I'm harassing her. I could be reported to my manager for chatting to a passenger during work time. I'm new to all this. I've never asked anyone out before. What do you reckon, Johnny?
This is a big one. It's a big one. Now, I mean, you don't like fluffing your own nest here, you know. I mean, I think that's the saying. But I have a bit of a way with words, chatting people up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the key things out of, you know, this trouble and put together a chat up line. Okay. So what you do is you walk up to her and you say, "Excuse me, I've seen you many different days. I'm the guard here. You look about 25. My mates tell me that I should invite you out for a drink. But if I do, I could be reported to my manager for harassing you. When do you want to go out?" Do you know, I think that would work.
I think she'll just turn around and go, "I can't believe it's taken you so long to ask me out. I'll go out, but also let's get married." I think straight away, Johnny, this is a perfect scenario for romance. And I think your chat up line, Johnny, I can't believe that
for free.
You're doing it for free. What do you reckon? I reckon he should just go and ask her. Do you know what I mean?
So
Sounds like a nice guy.
I was obviously being playful with that chat line. You can use it if you want. Let me know what happens. But if you don't, yeah, exactly. I'm not legally liable. We've got to get that cleared. Our lawyers told us. So the one thing that I think that this gets us onto is a broader conversation about how, particularly, I was watching a TikTok around it, and this guy was saying how his female friends will often complain that they never meet guys organically in real life, like have guys come up to them, but then their next complaint is guys come up to them and they're weird creeps. It's like, what kind of Disney needle are you trying to thread here? You know, I mean, Hugh Grant comes, Russell, oh, sorry, you know, I see you every day. Would you go out? Care for a date, kind lady? The reality is that creepy guy is just trying. And I'm not trying to excuse creeps by any stretch. I'm just saying that there might be some people that come across, like, if you shoot your shot, then you might be a little bit rough around the edges of it.
But I'm looking at this again now. He kind of has shot his shot, and all he gets back is a smile. I don't think unless she says hello back, like, you know, it's about conversation, right? And he's being friendly, brilliant, and he starts by saying good morning every time he sees her. But she also just returns with a smile, like she's not giving him any more than that. So I kind of think unless she gives him a little bit more than a smile, I can't see another in for him. Do you know what I mean? That's the honest reading of this.
I definitely get what you mean, and I'd even raise it because so much of it is subjective, isn't it, in the world of dating? And he's saying, I make a point of saying good morning as she passes through the station. She always gives me such a warm smile. Yeah, that's your interpretation of the smile. She might just have wind. Yeah, and oh, what a warm smile. Yeah, she's letting one go every time she's. In fact, you might be the guy she farts on as she walks. Every
time she walks through the station, I'm going to fart by this man.
Yeah, she's like, I'm anti-guard. That's my life. I'm anti-railway guard. But you know, I'm talking about a broader point. Ultimately, it's a very tricky situation in this world of dating because it's all open to interpretation. And conversely, this lady, if she was sending the trouble in, might say, you know, she might be there like, I keep giving him a warm smile, aren't wanting him to, you know, approach me. Or she might also be like, this guy keeps going up to me every day. You know what I mean? So
every time I come
at some
to the
point,
station,
you've got to gamble.
Like she might be going like, every time I come to the station, I obviously am on my way to work and I get the train every morning at the same time. And every time this man makes the point of saying hello to, like, she might have a boyfriend. She's 25 and he's so pretty. She might not. She might have somebody already. And she's just like, also, she might not be chatty in the morning. Some people are not on their best. That's just all she can muster at 8 o'clock on the 8:12 to Liverpool Street station is a smile. Maybe she's like, I can't be chatting. I can't be doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
so what's your advice to this guy? Is he, you know?
Well, we have spoken around all the parameters, and I think I'm shaking out of this. You got to give it a go. Just say once, like, look, and you can. I think you can be quite clear. Look, I'm not trying to be funny with you. I know you're on your way to work. Really don't want it to come off weird, but I just think you're really nice. Love to go for a drink. If you don't want to, we never have to speak about it again. And I'm going to stop saying good morning to you in the morning as well.
Every morning, I'm just going to turn my back.
Save your warm smiles for someone else, you alluring devil, you.
Because you might have thought it was awkward before, but I can really make it awkward now.
Exactly. My overall one is shoot your shot, do it as nicely as possible, and then you'll at least get your answer.
Yeah.
And that's it, Twayna. 6 problems down. I even feel better about my trouble with my housing property chain. I mean, this is all sorts of therapy, good vibes. We're here. We're going to be back every Tuesday releasing more troubles. Any final pointers from you before we wrap this up?
No. No.
And no. There you go.
Good luck,
pleased we're done. And remember, people, a trouble shared is a
trouble halved.
A trouble halved or something like that. See you later. Bye-bye.